Battle Rider Rayzor S2. Episode 18, Dark Future Part 2. The crumbling concrete of the future Coral Cove pressed in on Liam. Dust, the ghosts of shattered buildings, and the chilling silence of a world conquered by darkness were his only companions. He navigated a labyrinth of ruin, guided by the faint, flickering memories of the SMD building, Special Missions Department, once a bastion of hope. Now, it was little more than a skeletal husk. He found traces of the final battle everywhere, scorched earth etched into the walls, twisted metal remnants of Xylaris weaponry, and most chillingly, a broken Xylaris sword. The elegant curve of its blade stood in stark contrast to the brutal reality of its fractured state. He recognized it instantly. It had belonged to Vara. Beside it, a shard of what looked suspiciously like Maverick's armor. A shiver ran down his spine. This was worse than he'd imagined. Inside the mangled remains of the SMD, the air hung heavy with the stench of ozone and decay. He fought his way through a handful of hellbound, their grotesque forms a testament to Vetis's unholy dominion. The broken Xylaris blade, surprisingly sturdy, served as a makeshift weapon. He pushed them back and secured the perimeter by barricading strategic points, his every move fueled by adrenaline and grim determination. His next challenge was restoring some semblance of functionality to the ravaged building. He wrestled with the power systems, coaxing life back into the dead lines. A console flickered, sputtered to a faint glow after a desperate kick, and responded to his touch. The main generator hummed, a weak heartbeat in a dying body, but enough to power a small section. He carefully rerouted the energy, cutting power to the barricaded areas and focusing it on the main lab and the lobby entrance. Meanwhile, in the ravaged streets outside, the other battle riders faced a different kind of struggle. Matt, Steve, and Eddie, along with Evan Rayzor Zero, were embroiled in a desperate fight for survival against a relentless tide of hellbound. The Guardian hovered nearby, a silent observer whose temporal energies were still disrupted by the time shift. Evan, the only one able to transform, fought with grim efficiency, his Rayzor Zero Mark II armor a beacon of defiance in the encroaching darkness. Matt's arc blaster still functioned, offering a desperate defense, but his transformation remained beyond his reach. Steve, relying on agility and fighting prowess, weaved through the hellbound, while Eddie, his Evo changer unresponsive, contributed with brute force, hopping to reach safety. SMD, Eddie shouted above the cacophony of battle. It's the only place we stand a chance. Matt, covering their retreat with bursts from his arc blaster, nodded grimly. Steve, ever the pragmatist, muttered under his breath, I still can't believe Liam's gonna have a kid with Vara someday. Matt snorted, I always thought it would be Zara. Eddie, ever the voice of reason, countered, nobody's having kids if we can't figure out how to get home. They fought their way to the SMD building, its ruined form a beacon of grim hope in the apocalyptic landscape. The doors hung precariously, refusing to close. Matt and Steve created a makeshift barrier, while Eddie scrambled to reactivate the automated locking systems. Liam inside heard the commotion, flung open the lab doors, and ushered them to safety before securing the entrance once more. Matt clapped Liam on the back. Where have you been, man? He asked. Liam quickly recounted his journey, the battle inside, and his desperate struggle to stabilize the building. Eddie chimed in, describing their encounter with future Draxon and their harrowing escape. He checked the lab systems, confirming the generator's precarious state. Then Steve, eyes wide with amazement, pushed Evan forward. Liam, meet your son, Evan Walker, Rayzor Zero Mark II. Liam stared, stunned. He shook Evan's hand, nodding the familiar Xylaris markings on his skin. Your mother is Vara? He asked, his voice barely a whisper. Evan nodded, a hint of a smile playing on his lips, half human, half Xylaris. Liam smiled wider. The impossible, improbable thought of a life with Vara was suddenly a concrete reality. The Guardian cleared his throat, breaking the spell of reunion. It's all well and good, but we need to get these suits operational and formulate a plan to get you all home. Liam nodded, a grim determination setting in again. "Okay, ideas?" he asked, his voice devoid of his usual bravado. He felt the crushing weight of a responsibility that now extended beyond saving the world to saving his future family. "The temporal scrambling from the rift should be temporary," Eddie offered, his knowledge of Erica's work proving invaluable. "The devices should correct themselves once we're stable." Steve questioned, "Then why does Evan's work and ours doesn't?" Matt smacked Steve on the head. "Because he's from here, genius. His suit's not trying to fight the timeline." Hope flickered as Liam willed his chrono buckle to life. It sputtered, then ignited with a brilliant flash. The room erupted in excited cheers. Matt's arc blaster, Steve's vortex band, and Eddie's Evo changer followed suit, each device responding with a surge of temporal energy. Each click and whir was a hopeful step toward their return. Liam smiled, the weight on his shoulders lightening slightly. "Okay," he said, his voice ringing with newfound confidence. "That's settled. Now how do we get home?" To be continued.
Stronger than before. Battle Riders go! On the Coral Cove shore, darkness rising, a war like never before. Demon Lord Venus' will is cold and hard to bring the inferno, tear the world apart. A demon horde spills out a host of new threats. The only hope left is a team that never got the speed, he's got the heart, he's the core. Liam Walker, battle rider Rayzor, burning rubber, the ultimate rush. That's Rayzor, Steve Adams, battle rider drive. Serving justice with the sirens, might Officer Matthew Jennings makes it right. Of metal screams, fueling the fury to crush Vitus' dark schemes. They'll put